Look at the typical tiny aphthous ulcer on the inner surface of the lip mucosa. Just as over the tongue, aphthous ulcers are common over the buccal mucosa. They are treated with high doses of vitamin B complex, local glycerin borax or xylocaine ointment, and if they are recurrent or multiple, a course of Flagyl and antifungal nystatin lotion. Here we see a case of acute tonsillitis with inflammation of the tonsils, and pus is seen through the tonsillar crypts. Acute tonsillitis is treated with steam inhalations, salt water gargles, an antibiotic, and aspirin or any anti-inflammatory drug. Once the acute attack subsides, tonsillectomy may be advised if the attacks are severe or recurrent. Acute follicular tonsillitis. A white patch or slough on the tonsils or pharynx should make you alert about diphtheria, which luckily is quite uncommon today due to immunization programs. Such patches are seen in the tonsillar fossa in the week following tonsillectomy, and that is normal. But when diphtheria is suspected, refer the patient to a hospital for throat swab study and treatment. A white patch in the throat, especially in children, should be investigated for diphtheria. Following broad spectrum antibiotics, especially in diabetics, there may be fungal superinfection of the buccal mucosa, giving rise to oral candidiasis with multiple white coated patches in the mouth. Note the white patches on the palate of this patient. It is treated with local nystatin solution and oral antifungal drugs, along with the control of diabetes if present. This is a malignant growth over the cheek, which should be immediately referred to a surgeon. Note the raised and fleshy growth over the mucosa of the inner surface of the cheek, which is protruding at the angle of the mouth. It was firm to hard to palpate, and as we will now see, the submandibular lymph node was also enlarged and hard. All definite signs of malignancy. I will stress here again that whenever malignancy is suspected, always palpate for regional lymph nodes. This is a mucus cyst, a simple cyst on the inner aspect of the lip which is harmless, but it ruptures and recurs, and it has to be excised. Excision is done under local anesthesia, for which the patient should be referred to a surgeon. A simple mucus cyst of the lips. Note the hypertrophy of the gums. Patients on phenytoin sodium therapy for epilepsy commonly get it if dental hygiene is not maintained properly. If the hypertrophy is excessive, the hypertrophied portion is excised by gingivectomy. The best way to prevent it is by maintaining proper dental hygiene. So you must give these instructions to your epileptic patients who are put on phenytoin therapy. Here is another epileptic patient on phenytoin sodium therapy with mild hypertrophy of the gums and poor dental hygiene.